Welcome back to class. In this class, we will be talking about el presente progresivo. That means the present progressive tense or the continuous present tense. ¿Qué es? What is it? It is a tense used to describe an action that is currently happening. It is always accompanied by a verb in the present tense, the verbo estar. And we are going to use it to talk about an action that is happening, that has already started, but we don't know when it's going to end. It is happening. So in Spanish, we're going to use a conjugated form of the verb estar plus any other verb ending in endo or ando. Any of those endings. Ando or endo is the same as saying the ing ending in English. For example, like walk, walk, and walking. So walking ends in ing. That means that here we are talking about a person who is currently walking. In Espanol too. But we would add está, which is the verb to be. Está caminando. So we will do two things in Espanol. We will add our ando or endo and our verb to be. How does this look in grammar? We are going to have our sujeto, which is our subject, plus el verbo estar, which is the verb to be, plus a verb ending in ing or ando or endo. And this might be followed in parentheses here because it's optional. It depends on the sentence. So this will be the complemento or the object. Sometimes you have to have an object at the end of a sentence, and then there are other times when you don't need one at the end of a sentence. It depends. Let's see an example here. Right here, we're using the pronoun yo, which is the first person singular. First person singular. And it is followed by the verbo estar, and that is conjugated to match the pronoun yo. And then we have our verbo, our next verbo, and it's going to end in ando. Ando, and that is our present continuous. Most verbs that are with an R ending, like estudiar, caminar, hablar, to talk, those are usually going to end in ando. Ando. Okay. Another example here. We have Pamela y Laura están estudiando. Pamela y Laura están estudiando. Let's break it down. Let's go part by part. First things first, let's look at our verbo to be. Here it is. We're going to mark that. We have it. And we have están because we can look at our subject. Our subject here, we have two people, Pamela and Laura. That's dos personas. So subject and subject. This will be the same as saying the third person plural. Third person plural. That is why we're using están. Pamela y Laura están. ¿Están qué? What are they doing? And this is where we're going to answer using our present continuous, and we're going to mark ando right here. Pamela y Laura están estudiando. That means studying. Very good. Good job. Okay, what about the word e right here? The word e like we mentioned other times, it means and that is a conjunction. It's a conjunction in English and in Spanish. And this means that it's a word that is joining two subjects or two nouns into one subject. Let me know if you have any questions with any of the content so far. You can write a comment in the classroom and I'll get back to you. Let's see other verbs. At the top here, we will see for each of these, we will have the verbo in the infinitive tense or the name of the verb. So that's why it will end in ar. Other times we'll see and other times we'll see ir. So we'll have verbs in all three endings. Now for each of these verbos, we are also going to see what their ending is for the present continuous. So hablar ends with an ar, ar, therefore we're using ando. All right, look at the picture here. ¿Qué ves? ¿Qué ves? ¿Qué means what? Ves means see. What do you see? That's right. He's talking on the phone, right? So we have our subject, which is él. And then our verb is matching the fact that we have the third person singular. Third person singular. So, él está hablando por teléfono. So, hablar, that means to talk. Hablar, hablando, that means talking, because we have that ending right there. And then our sentence is, él está hablando por teléfono. Good job. So on your sheet, you'll see that you have the same sentence as here on the screen. So you can write down S for subject. You can write a V for the verb. Circle the ending ando here. And that way it will give you a visual on what is happening to the sentence. All right, let's see the next one. Escuchar. Escuchar. Escuchando. Escuchando. Él está escuchando música. Él está escuchando música. The next verb, trabajar. Trabajar. That means to work. Trabajar. Trabajando. Trabajando. What is she doing? ¿Qué está haciendo? Ella está trabajando en el jardín. So here we have 6 words. Ella, which is our pronoun. Está is our verb to be. Our next verb is trabajando with our ing or ando ending. And where is she working? ¿Dónde? ¿Dónde? En el jardín, in the garden. The next verb, aprender. And here, aprender ends in er. So we are switching our ando ending to endo. Aprender, aprendiendo. Ella está aprendiendo español. Ella está aprendiendo español. This is a longer verb. Let's break it down into chunks. Aprendiendo. We have 4 sílabas. One more time. Aprendiendo. That means learning. Ella está aprendiendo español. The next one. Estudiar. Estudiar. Estudiando. Ella está estudiando español. Ella está estudiando español. There are some syllables in español that have more than 2 or 3 letters. Like this one right here. We have 4 letras, 4 letters to make this syllable. So that's dian, dian. Estudiando. Estudiando. Let's read the sentence one more time. Ella está estudiando español. Excellent. The next verb. Dibujar. Dibujar. Dibujando. Dibujando. Nosotros estamos dibujando. Nosotros estamos dibujando. Now, this is the second person plural. The next verb. Now, this time we have ir. And because we have ir, we're using endo as well. Ellos, ellos están escribiendo. Ellos están escribiendo. Good job. Very good. And this one right here is also a longer syllable with 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 letras. Escribiendo. Escribiendo. The next one. Beber. That means to drink. Bebiendo. Ella está bebiendo chocolate caliente. She's drinking hot chocolate. Ella está bebiendo chocolate caliente. Yo estoy tomando agua. Or yo estoy bebiendo agua. Either one. The next one. Cantar. That means to sing. Cantando. Cantar, cantando. And because we're looking at those people over there, we are going to say, ustedes están cantando. Now, this is our plural you, and we're talking about ustedes over there. You all. Then this one here also has an ir ending, and we're using endo. Dormir. Dormir, to sleep. Dormir. 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 So here we have dormir and durmiendo. This verb changes a little bit. Look at the beginning here in the infinitive tense. we have dor, D-O-R, dor, but for the present continuous, it's going to change to dur, dur. So this is an irregular verb in that sense of the word. All right, what does our sentence say here? El niño, the boy, that's our subject. El niño está durmiendo. El niño está durmiendo. The next one, correr. Correr. Corriendo. Corriendo. Ellas están corriendo. Ellas están corriendo. The next verb is a very short one. It's only 2 letters. It's ir, ir. And this is a very important verb because it means to go, and we do use it a lot. For right now, ir means to go, and our present continuous is yendo. Now, because a verb ending in ir would be using the ending endo, we can't just say endo. So that's just the way the language has progress. Now this is yendo with a Y, yendo. So, ¿quién, that means who, ¿quién está yendo? Pablo. Pablo, that's our subject. Pablo está yendo a la escuela. Pablo está yendo a la escuela. And here is la escuela. Right here, that means to. To the escuela, the school. Now, another verb that is quite important and we use all the time is comer. Comer. And that translates with our present continuous is going to be endo. Comiendo. Laura está comiendo. Laura está comiendo. The next verb, leer, leyendo. Leer, leyendo. Ana y Pablo. So we have 2 people over there. That's going to be, if we had to switch out the nombres, the names, we would say the pronoun they, ellos. And it's ellos because there's a boy and a girl over there. So that's why we're using ellos. Ana y Pablo están leyendo. All right, so in summary, we are using the subject, and then we are using the verbo estar that is conjugated. It's conjugated according to the subject, according to the number and the gender of the subject. And then it is followed by a verb ending in ando or endo. And then optional, depending on the sentence, is our complemento or our object. Another thing we've talked so far is that verbs ending in are going to use the ending ando. Verbs ending in are using the ending endo. And then verbs ending in ir are also using the ending endo. So this is very important to keep in mind when trying to figure out if our next verb after estar is going to be with an ando or an endo ending. All right, let me know if you have any questions on any of the content. Gracias. Ciao, ciao.